In this video, we're going to take a look at section 3.0 to C, D, E, and F. And while these are 4 different levels and 4 different sections to that order segment, which is section 2, they're all pretty straightforward. The first up is division orders phase. So as we talked about in other videos, if you have chain of command and you've gone through all that, then changing the orders of your brigadiers and division leaders and etc. are very simple. Well, it's the brigadiers that have the orders, not the division leaders. So we go here and take a look at the orders comparison chart. And so I think this is just not that, I mean, if you're in command, change the order. The order of the 3 order types: march, advance, attack. And this is a nice little table that kind of gives some high level differences between each. And this will come out throughout the game as we're looking at deeper and more complex rules. But the things you want to keep in mind are things that aren't always instantly obvious, I think, is, at least for me as a player, is when I'm under advance, I get to use the road. When I go into attack, can't use the road anymore. So when I say I can't use the road anymore, it means that the road pike movement rates are no longer applicable. So that's an easy one to kind of forget in the moment, but moving my guys up in advance, get close enough to the enemy, flip to attack, and I'm going through the woods, and so I'm still counting that while moving along the road, so I'm getting a lower movement point cost, which is no longer factual under attack. Another one is adjacent. You can't move adjacent to an enemy, again, except it's an enemy artillery, while under advance, yes, under attack, and etc., etc. So this is a nice little handy table, lots of rules that explain below what all those different things do. But really, for what we're talking about at this point, at this level, at the depth of the videos, is just the idea that if your units are in command, you just simply say, okay, I'm putting this brigadier into attack, I'm putting that brigadier into advance. If they're not in command, then you have to roll on a table. And so this is the table here. It's basically 1 through 5 is, well, 1 through 4. 1 through 4 is not really probably what you wanted. 5 and above is you're good to go. 4 can be really funny. It's loose cannon. We'll go deeper in this when we do the section 6 video, but just high level for you. If you're looking at the game state and going, well, I want to get these guys into attack, but they're out of command, you're going to have to rely on a dice roll, a little bit of luck, and the strength of your leader. All right, so now we're into reinforcement order phase. So I've set my division, everybody on the map. I have given them their updated orders. Then I look at the people in reserves. Battle books will sometimes dictate to you what order they must be under. It's usually going to be advance or march, but if that doesn't exist, or for whatever reason you have a situation where you've put somebody back in reinforcements, you're pulling them back out, etc., you get to set them at this phase. And you don't have to worry about in command. That's not a thing. If they're in reinforcements, section 2D, or 3.0 2D, literally just says give them orders. Then the reserve placement. Reserves are a kind of cool thing. I'll go deeper into it in the 6.0 videos when we go through section 6 of the rulebook. But 6.3 reserve, I'm going to go over it real briefly now. What it does is there's all kinds of little caveats. If. And if you hit all those ifs, you put that on map, division, brigade, corps, whatever it is, you put them into reserves. And that really just lets them rest. 6.35 tells you what ends up happening. They reduce their fatigue levels by 2 levels. All their units flip from disordered to their normal sides unless they're collapsed. And so it's a really cool way to get, first of all, fatigue to go down, which is very difficult, and then secondly, to get everyone out of disordered. And then the last thing we're going to cover is engineering phase. It's an entire section in the rulebook. It's in 15.0. I will say all the battle boxes I've played so far haven't allowed for it, so we'll explore with the video. I think it's interesting, the idea that you're going to add breastworks and stuff like that for your guys to fight behind and help defend them. All right, leave questions below. Thanks.